YouTube, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. The start of the football season is right around the corner. In this video today, I'm bringing you my fantasy football team for the start of the season. Guys, let me know in the comment section below if you like my team, if you don't like some of the players that I've got in, or if you think I'm missing a few gems. Also, if you like the video, if you get anything from it, go ahead and like the video. Also, sub to the channel to show your support. I'm trying to get my sub count up and trying to get to 100 subscribers. Guys, let's get right into the video. Let's get it. Right, so this is my fantasy football team. We're going to start off at the back. We've got Martinez from Villa in goal. He was the highest scoring keeper last season. His price is pretty decent, and I do expect Villa or Martinez to perform in the same way as he did last season. I don't see any defensive changes, no major players lost from Villa's team, and Martinez is quite a good price. Shaw had a absolutely amazing World Cup. He obviously played pretty good for United last season too, racked up quite a lot of points. I do expect him to perform the same way this season. I was going to have Wan-Bissaka in his place, but I don't think Wan-Bissaka is as good offensively, and so that's why I've got Shaw. I've got Fofana next up. I do think it's going to be a bit of a change at Leicester City this season. I think their go-to defenders are Soyuncu and Evans, but I think Brendan Rodgers is going to stop phasing in Fofana quite a bit. And not to mention, even though Fofana wasn't playing full-time last season, he did get quite a lot of points anyway, so I can't imagine what he would do if he was played full-time. Next up, we've got Cresswell from West Ham. West Ham absolutely performed out their skin last season. At the start of the season, they were tipped to get relegated. They had massive back office issues with management and coaching staff, and hats off to Moyes to get them where they finished. Cresswell, I think he finished top three in points for defenders last season. Same with Soufal, but Cresswell did better, and he was only 0.5 more expensive, I think. So that's why I've got him in. Diaz, player of the season last season, or young player of the season anyway. I expect City to keep it tight at the back. But Pep, he gets me so pissed off the way he gets his players rotated. I don't know if Stones will play, will Laporte play, will it be Diaz? I can't tell, but seeing as Diaz is performing the best out of them three, I'm guessing he'll play most of the Premier League games. So I've got him in. Next up, we've got Ben White, who's just signed for Arsenal. He was a bit of a steal for Brighton last season, got really good points for them, and I can't imagine how well he'll do in a Arteta Arsenal team that has, I'm assuming, settled a little bit more than they did. I think he's going to be a gem of a player, bit underrated, but I'm saying that because of his price as well. For his price, he's a steal. Right, moving on to midfield, we've got Sancho. Sancho, I think, is going to have an absolutely cracking season. I'm not saying that just because I'm a United fan, but his talent, I just don't know how he can be a flop with the talent that he has, and also the little bit of experience he has in the Premier League. He obviously did play in the Premier League before, and he has come back. I got a feeling he will have a point to prove. With Bruno sort of getting the balls out wide and Rashford not playing initially at the start of the season due to his shoulder operation, Sancho will get loads of minutes, and Greenwood, I think, will suffer at an expense. If he does play on the other side, I don't know, but I do think Sancho will cover that wing quite a lot. Next up, we've got Foden. Foden, I think, was 8 million on fantasy football. We clearly know that he's asking more from Pep. He's been performing really good last season. I literally can't see how Pep can make him sit out because of his performances. He's literally knocking on the door, and he'll be saying, why am I not playing if he does sit out? Next up, we've got Bruno, top scorer in terms of points in midfield. I did want Kevin De Bruyne. They are both the same price, 12 million each. But I've had to play this a little bit tactically. You can see that I've got 2 Man City players and I'm leaving it like that because I've also got Kane and Grealish in my team. And as you know, Man City have been bidding 100 mil per player. And if both of them sign, I'm in a bit of trouble. That'll make 4 Man City players. But if one of them sign, which I think is what will happen, if Levy does Kane dirty and keeps him at Spurs, in which case Grealish will sign, and that will be my 3 Man City players. Moving on to Grealish himself, raises hairs when he's on the pitch. Absolutely killed it for Villa. I think he's going to absolutely kill it. I just don't know how Sterling and Grealish are going to rotate if he does sign for Man City. I do think Grealish will get more minutes and he is the player that will do more for Man City on the pitch. So I've got Grealish in. Also, let's just take a look at his price. I think he's about 8 mil. Where is he? He's 8 mil. So considering he is the same price as Foden, that's an absolute steal. Next up, I've got Kane. As I said, if he signs for Man City, he's going to absolutely kill it. If he doesn't sign for Man City, he's top goal scorer guaranteed more or less every single season. It has to be Kane, and I've gone for a single striker. Moving on to the subs, which is where I think I am going to hammer myself if I do drop points this season on fantasy football. I've got Foster for Watford. I don't know if he is their first goalkeeper or not, but he is dead cheap, so I've got him in. My first sub for the outfield players is Dallas. I actually really like this player a lot. He seems to just rack up the points from whichever position he plays in. I think he is naturally a defender, but he plays, Bielsa plays him in mid. So when he racks up points, he does get a lot of points. As you can see here, he racked up 171 points last season. I think he was somewhere up there, top 10 points scorers for a midfield player that's actually defensive last season. Let's take a look at his price again. He is 5.5 million. I think it's a really good price and player for my subs bench. So that's why I've got him in. We've got Obafemi. Guys, God knows why I've got him in. He's just dead cheap, so I've got him in. He does get a few minutes. He isn't one of those players that ends up with 0 at the end of the season. So that's why I've got him in. And I've got Davis, my last player for Aston Villa, on my subs bench. He does, again, rack up a tiny amount of points, just like Obafemi. I'm hoping he doesn't end with 0 at the end of the season. Guys, with wildcards and that kind of stuff, I don't know how my team is going to change. I'm assuming my subs are going to get rotated massively. Moving on to a bit of the tactics, I'm probably going to keep Bruno Fernandes consistently captain throughout the season. Depending on how double points and transfers work, it might be Kane. If Kane signs for Man City, I might just have him as double captain every single week. No two ways about it. With Kevin De Bruyne feeding him, it's just, he's going to have a field season, if that is a phrase or saying. I just can't see how we won't end up with 22 or 23 goals this season, and not to mention he had a record amount of assists last season. I think he got top assists, and he is a striker, so go figure. So basically, guys, that is my team. Let me know, as I said, in the comment section below, am I missing a few gems? Have I spent too much on my midfield? I've got Sancho and Bruno Fernandes. I think that's about 21 million combined. Yeah, do you not like who I've got in my team? And help me out if you think I should make some tactical changes. I do have about 9 or 8 days left till the start of the season, so I can make changes. Guys, as I said, if you like the video, please go ahead and drop a like, hit the thumbs up. Also, sub to the channel. It does go a long way. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care of yourself. Peace.